Hello. Hello, welcome to my channel. Is that like how you're supposed to start out every video? Hello, welcome to my channel. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm new to this and it doesn't feel right saying that. I feel kind of weird, but until we figure that out. I just wanted to make this video to do a book overview. So I am trying to expand my mind not only in gardening, trying new hobbies. Also a new hobby is reading. I never really read like chapter books. It's more or less been self-help books, and that's kind of hard to have a night routine to like unwind your mind when, you know, nothing is worse than working on yourself and going to bed. And I always want to take notes because I'm like, oh, that's so good. I gotta write that down, and then I gotta find a pen and paper, and which I keep by my bed. But people are sleeping, you know, my boyfriend's sleeping, and it doesn't help my mind unwind and stop and take breaks. So I got some chapter books and I'm going to share them with you. These are my first chapter books, and I went to Barnes & Noble to chat with somebody, explain my situation and what I'm looking for. I had no idea what even kind of chapter book I would like, so we discussed a lot about things that I like and don't like, and it come to I like mystery, kind of like Goonies, like a treasure hunt, like that type of mystery. Just like, I don't know, you know, I love art, and I did read the Da Vinci Code several times one year. It was just that type of art and mystery, and you know, and it was just very intriguing to me. So I did let the worker, it's not a librarian, I should go to the library and talk to somebody there too, because I'm not exactly sure these books are gonna do it for me. So what prompted this video was I just got this book, and it's not a chapter book. It is more or less a self-help type of book, but for medical reasons, because, well, I'm about to hit my big birthday, and as we all know, when we get older, things change a lot, and for women especially. And if you've had, you know, a hysterectomy or anything like that, the big change comes a lot sooner. So I ended up getting this Galveston diet, because I found her on TikTok, but I follow her everywhere because she's got a lot of good tips, and you know, why not try some things in here? I did rent this from the library first, when it first came out last year. I believe it came out last year. That's when I found it, but it's a good book to keep. So I did return it, and I kind of set it aside and was trying some notes that I wrote down, and then I just kind of needed the book again, and I didn't want to keep renting it because I want to be able to mark the book up, and you can't do that with a library book. You should not do that. So I'm excited to kind of get into this and find some things that I can slowly work into my everyday use, routine, whatever it is, because I keep going to the doctors for some issues, and I really feel it's hormonal. like levels are unbalanced. I'm not eating right just because I just feel that. I feel it. And so I go to my PCP, my primary care physician, and all my tests keep coming back normal. And they're just like, it's normal. Exercise and lose weight. It's kind of hard because I have no balance nerve, and some days I can't get out of bed because I am violently throwing up. TMI, but that's the honest truth. And that's why I created this channel. So if you want to follow along and help yourself through big life changes, I'm your girl, because I've been through a couple big life changes, and I'm still surviving and still trying to work my way through life and find happiness. And it's not easy, but here we are with some books to calm my mind, to figure it out, to give myself that little excitement of change and working on myself to be better. So definitely a must go-to book. Check it out, rent it at your local library. It's free. Buy it. It was not that much. Mine, I got this on Amazon, but she has it on her website. It's like all over. I believe it's at Barnes & Noble. It might be at Target. You can look everywhere for it. She just came out with another book. It's called The New Menopause, and I am going to be getting that one as well. I think it just came out April 12th or mid-April. And so I'm kind of wanting to see if my library has it, just because I'm new to getting books. I just want to not spend money on it if I'm not going to read it, because it could be a really great book, but my mind, I don't know why. I just sometimes don't go there, the mind in reading. So that is one book that I am adding to this year, and possibly her other one, The New Menopause, when we get there. So another book that I have been told is amazing. This is a self-help book, and because I'm trying to change kind of a lot of things about me, I feel I guess not change, just trying to figure out the new me since my brain tumor surgery. I kind of just blocked it out, since 2013. I was like, okay, I'm fine. I had a brain tumor, brain surgery, I'm all healed. Doctors approved me. I'm good to go. Approved me to drive, approved me, all this. I'm good. I'm not good. I wasn't good, and I'm not good now, but I am getting better. A lot mentally I'm really hard on myself, and I'm getting all emotional. So, tiny changes. That one is a key word. And I really want to change some habits of mine to incorporate better and good, healthier habits, because there's a lot of stuff I don't realize that are bad habits, and I started in on this. I'm not too far in, so I'm on page 83. It's about environment often matters. So I'm really trying to take notes and go through this book and see what changes I can find that are not great changes. Not changes, habits. I want to find habits that I find are not great habits and somehow turn them into better habits that are more healthier and just better for me mentally and physically. So this book has been recommended everywhere, every business group on social media, YouTube, Pinterest, everywhere. It's a very popular book. So I got this at Target, and definitely check it out. It's by James Clear, and it's called Atomic Habits. So if you have read this book, please let me know what your favorite chapter is so I can dig into it really deep and make sure I take lots of notes on it. But especially the points of the book where recognizing bad habits. I'm always working on that one right now. So those are 2 books. Now, I do have a book I keep by my bed. Just in therapy, I worked out with my therapist that I needed something, not Atomic Habits, not a self-help book where I'm taking notes, and I just always did that, but I couldn't figure out, why can't I sleep? What do you mean, why can't you sleep? You have a notebook, your laptop, your iPad next to your bed, and you're reading and taking notes. That may not be helpful in trying to go to sleep. So I do have several different types of art books. I've always loved art, and I have this little guy. It's a little size book, but it's very thick, and I've had this, I don't even know for how long. A long time. It just has a bunch of art, and it talks about the artist. Yeah. Anyways, so I got some things. All right, so it's basically just something I can look at. It has different time periods. So if you have a favorite one, this is the world history book, and it's got all different sections. Pre and early history, late Middle Ages, Renaissance, 18th century, 19th, just 20th. So it just goes into a lot of, like, this is just the first chapter. So it gives you the timeline. I mean, I am not studying this to learn it. I am just looking at it, and I'm like, oh, I like this photo. What's it made out of? Who did it? What's the story behind it? Just kind of something to pass time. Kind of like, this is my magazine to pass time. So it tells like what year, what it's made out of. So, and it may have like a little story about the painting. It may say they don't know, but it just does everything. And of course, this is one of my favorite, Leonardo da Vinci. It's one of my favorites. The Last Supper. It talks about that, what it's made out of. The Last Supper, 1495 to 97, dry fresco, 422 by 904 centimeters, Church of Santa Maria del Grazie in Milan. And it just goes in, the 12 disciples have gathered around Christ for the last Passover meal before his crucifixion. Leonardo depicts the moment of greatest emotional tension when Christ says, "One of you will betray me." And so it gives like a little story of what that painting is about. And that's why I like this book, because I'm not studying it. Like when I was in college, yes, I had to study these to look at a movie screen. I don't know what it was called back then. Maybe it was a projector or whatever. Anyways, we had a photo, like this photo would be up, and I had to know who did it, what it was made out of, what year, what style. So I'm not studying these like then at all. I know how that is, and I don't want to know that. It's good information, but I'm not trying to study it. You know, I'm not getting quizzed. But like, it's just like reading material to be like, oh, that's interesting. You know, Mona Lisa is one of the world's most famous portraits. We all know that. So it's just very informational to have a book like this that you like to look at, and I still feel like I'm learning, but when I put it down, I'm not feeling like, oh, I should have wrote this or that down, you know, type of thing. So this stays by my bed when I travel on an airplane or I'm going to a beach. This is one of the first books I toss in my to-go bag. I have other books, but these next two are ones that I'm venturing out into new hobbies, and who I talk to Barnes & Noble, and I probably should talk to the librarian. Okay, so I cannot find the video for my next two books, and I'm just popping this in here because I want to get this video out, and I don't know what happened, but it didn't record or it cut it off. I cannot find it anywhere. But so this book here is The Perfect Marriage. It's one that the worker at Barnes & Noble recommended. There's actually two books, and this one I started reading at night. It's next to my bed. This is a first chapter style type book. It's very interesting, so I recommend this. It's a good book so far for my first one, and this is the second book. It is Happiness for Beginners, and I kind of briefly read through it, and it sounded like my vibe at the time, so I've not started reading that one. But both of these books were like a bestseller, and this one actually is coming out to be a movie, it says. I did not know that. So on Netflix, Happiness for Beginners, so maybe you can look at that if you are interested. And yeah, so both of these were recommended by Barnes & Noble and bestsellers. So I just wanted to pop those in because I don't know what happened to the video, and continue with regular programming. Intro into a new area of books if you do read books, and it's a common thing that you love to do. Maybe go talk to a librarian, somebody that works at a bookstore, and maybe see if there's another area of books that you can venture into and try something new. There's cooking books, there's all different kinds of books, different sections. If you stuck with your whole vibe the whole time, you only read certain type of, love romance books, venture into another area and, try murder mystery books, or, a different avenue. Just kind of venture outside of your safety norm zone. So these are the books that I have for this year. I do have more, but this is what I'm working with. And they are gonna be at different areas of my house because this one and this one are by my bed. These two were by my bed, but I am moving them out into the living room or on the table. So if I go outside or go on the boat, I can take these with me. Yeah, and these, like I said, will be there. And I always keep also a notebook by my bed, just to, if I have things in my head and I continuously think about them and I can't sleep, I jot them down, because it drives me crazy that my mind just spins and spins and spins and I toss and turn. And so I try to write them down, so thinking I'm gonna write them down and I'm gonna do them tomorrow. I will revisit these topics, this issue, whatever it is, tomorrow. So yeah. If you felt this video was helpful, please give me a like and subscribe. I am really trying to grow my email subscribers as well. So if you would like to follow along with me in the email and get tons of helpful tips and tricks that I am learning on my journey on how to be adventurous, find new hobbies, find a new self after a life-changing event, please like, subscribe everywhere. I will be doing freebies, and I'm just excited about everything, about the whole email list, because I have a lot of stuff in my head that I want to get out and help you in every aspect of your life, especially if you are, if you like to do crafts or you want to start your own home business, just like product reviews for a craft room, for an office, doing your own thing, beating to your own drum, because that is me. I'm always beating to my own drum, and just really find yourself. And this is my journey, and I hope to take you along with me and grow this channel to help as many people as I can. So please click subscribe, click subscribe and subscribe to my email. And I will see you in the next video. I hope all that made sense. I don't know what I'm doing. So scary.